Hello everyone, Buckbeans here, and today we'll be checking out the mod called The Midnight for Minecraft 1.14.4. I'm very excited to check out this mod as it does add a new dimension and the blocks look very awesome. I briefly mentioned how I wanted to play with this mod in our Feed the Beast Unstable series, but I just couldn't wait, so here we go. To get to this mythical place, you'll need to find a glowing red rift. You can find this during the night above ground or in caves, but I find it easier to find them above ground. You can also summon the rift with a command, which I will put in the description. It is /summon midnight::rift. Make sure to have a good set of armor before you go to this dimension, as the mod mentions that the Midnight does not welcome newcomers. By the way, the creator of this mod is Cypher_0_x. I will link the CurseForge page in the description as well. So for my armor and gear, I chose a basic set of iron armor and tools as it's fairly easy to get and not too overpowered. I also crafted myself a bow with some arrows unenchanted. Now we're ready to explore the Midnight. While you're in the Midnight, this mob called the Rifter will spawn. All he does is punch you, but going in the Midnight without food is troublesome because at some point I got punched to death by this mob. They also look terrifying. The trees in the Midnight are absolutely gigantic. So much wood can be gathered from them. With these massive trees, you can craft new planks and sticks. These planks are absolutely beautiful, with each plank type looks different from each other. I'm so excited to build with these. There's also a crafting table made out of each plank type. You can combine your sticks with shroom powder that you get from the leaves of trees or shrooms on the ground and make a new torch type called a splorch. It's a very funny name, but the torches look stunning. There's green, purple, and blue torches, otherwise known as splorches. Walking around, there's also some funny looking fruit lying on the ground. They're said to be unstable. There are lime, blue, and green variants to collect. With the fruit, you can craft seeds or eat it. The seeds can be planted on grass or dirt in the Midnight. No matter what color you use to craft seeds, the seeds will always be the same color. However, when the seeds are fully grown, they will drop different color fruits. Now let's try eating some. That's the fun part. This fruit sure is strange. After I ate a few while being starved, I started levitating from the green fruit and got poisoned from the blue one. Eventually, that's where I end up getting killed by the Rifter, as one punch took me out after being poisoned for that long. Now that we've explored above ground in the Midnight, let's try underground. There's no bedrock in this world, so as soon as you dig down to the last layer, you'll be tossed into the void. The caves are made out of nightstone, which you can turn into bricks if you would like. However, the bricks are purely decorative. Nightstone can also be turned into tools in a furnace with a crafting table. You can also make tools out of shadow root, sticks, and planks. We already explored the fungi forest with the large trees and mushrooms, So now let's try to find a different biome. In the crystal spires, there are large crystal formations which are bright pink. This biome also has a passive mob which looks like a butterfly. As far as the crystals go, they cannot be crafted into anything at the moment. In the deceitful bog biome, there are jumping fish in a pool of dark water. You can put the dark water into any bucket. In creative mode, you can get a bucket of the fish as well. However, I was having trouble picking up the fish in survival mode. These mobs are also hostile. I almost got chomped to death. Anyways, there's an opening for a player to make an aquarium full of deadly fish here, which is pretty gosh darn awesome. There is another water type you can put in a bucket which is called Miasma. This is actually similar to lava, so if you swim in it, you will burn. There's also a block similar to magma block which will burn you if you stand directly onto it. Last but not least, I tried to find the Great Caverns. However, no matter how much I ventured, I could not come across it. However, the overhaul of this mod from 1.12 to 1.14 is not yet complete, and this mod is still in beta. Therefore, we will likely get this in the future. So, for the time being, I will test if trees and flora from the Midnight can be grown in the overworld, and I will go over any mobs that we missed. So, I placed all the doors and splorches for you to see in overworld. Then I started getting the saplings and shrooms to grow with bone meal to see if they can be grown. I started having problems growing the plants with bone meal as I got the first one to work and then it would freeze my game, so I had to restart. But the plants did manage to grow on normal overworld grass. You just might need a stronger computer for the game to not freeze. Regarding mobs, I did miss a couple of these while I was exploring the dimension, so let's take a look at them now. There's the Stinger, the Night Stag, the Nova, and the Hunter. I don't know if these actually appear in the dimension at the moment, but it would be cool if they did. So these mobs have unique properties where the Stinger grows after a minute or so, and once it grows, it will drop an egg if you kill it. That is for the Stinger. So the Hunter flies away pretty much right away, which is similar to how the Ender Dragon would fly if it was spawned in the overworld. And then the Night Stag is a passive animal that resembles a deer or a buck, though if you attack it first, it will go on a rampage against you with powerful attacks. This deer also drops stag flank, which can be eaten. The Nova does not drop anything in particular, but it is very strong, something you should not take on without armor. I went ahead and summoned these mobs in the Midnight as well. The Hunter in the Midnight behaves differently, as it will actually attack you and hover above you until it dies. Additionally, there's a mob called a skulk, which is a tiny raccoon who hides in the shadows. I've only been able to get this mob by summoning it with the command /summon midnight skulk. If you hit them, they will attack you. You can also summon a night shroom spore bomb with commands inventory. You can throw it and it makes small particle dust explosion that gives you the effect darkness when you step into it. This is similar to the blindness effect in vanilla Minecraft. So the last thing you can summon is the thrown Geode, which is just a Geode that you can throw pretty much anywhere. This Geode also damages mobs when you throw it at them. However, it does not despawn when on the ground, unlike the egg. So if you are in the creative mode and you throw a bunch of them, then they will stack up in your inventory when you walk over them. My opinion of this mod right now, I'd give it a 7 out of 10. This is for the look of the mod and the creepy noises in the dimension, as well as the effort put in. I would already give this mod a much higher score if it was finished. Right now, this game needs more type of mobs to roam the dimension, and it would work well with a boss fight. So the Nova seems like it would be a boss considering how strong it is, maybe if it had a little more HP, but I'm unsure if they would use the Nova for the boss or if they would make a totally different boss. So when more mobs are in the dimension, and if they add maybe like a book of lore, I think that would be really cool. That would make the mod at least a 9 out of 10. So the caves also need improvements with maybe underground dungeons, so a lot more than just the stone that you can get there. And I don't know if the previous version had any of this, since I'm once again playing on the overhaul of the mod on Minecraft 1.14, but right now it is very good. I would recommend you guys waiting until it's developed a little more, when it has more mobs and more fun. But if you like the blocks and how the blocks look, like if you really want to build with the blocks, then I say go ahead and get it, because the environment is absolutely beautiful. It is one of my favorites, and I hope you guys enjoy the video. I hope you like this mod, and I will still be playing with it in my Feed the Beast Unstable series. So I will see you then, and bye bye for now.